We have a turn 1 Trinisphere, and we have a Wasteland, and we have a Crucible. I think this is fine. This is definitely a fine hand. Now, some people would argue that playing the Mana Crypt here is correct. I would just say I'd have to disagree on that one. Especially in this slow matchup without a single threat in our hand. I just don't like the possibility of killing myself. I have lands to follow it up, and even if she wastes me, that she's just setting herself back a bunch of turns. So it's pretty obvious here we lead out with the Trinisphere and go from there. And then Crucible lock her into Oblivion. No ley lines obviously are a good thing as well, because we can actually waste lock her, which is very nice. But we do need to draw ourselves a threat relatively soon, otherwise there are definitely ways to finagle your way out of a Trinisphere lock. There's a basic swamp, which is a very good start. Basically I have a 3-turn window here in which to continue locking my opponent out, which is why Trinisphere is so powerful. And there's a smokestack. So yeah, I think this is actually over right now. I think the second turn we're here, we're gonna just draw and play smokestack. It's I mean, this is what this deck does. It's just so utterly powerful. It's a really scary deck to play against. And this is why I like this deck. It can really just draw these ridiculous hands that are basically unbeatable. You know, and your opponent really doesn't have a chance to. Sphere, at least, Trinisphere is definitely probably one of the most broken lock cards ever printed. It's 3 spheres all wrapped into one. And now obviously we're going to add a counter to our smokestack. There's a Lotus, which is sort of really icing on the cake at this point, not really all that necessary. At this point we just are going to run out our Crucible of Worlds and basically ride that card to the end game. We can just leave smokestack set at 1 and continue to apply pressure. I don't really see it that there's any free manner in which to get out of this lock right now. There's sort of a Ratchet Bomb, not a very necessary card to worry about at this point. However, you know, in the off chance that she were able to, you know, play something, it would be prudent to have a Ratchet Bomb ready for it. As long as I make no blunders in this game, there really isn't a chance of her coming back. And there's a factory. That is all we really needed to see at this point. We're going to basically run out another Crucible at this point. I mean, obviously she can pull wastes, but wastes don't get her out of the lock. Wastes could hurt me a little bit, but not nearly enough. I have plenty of permanents to sacrifice to smokestack at this point. So I think at this point we're going to sacrifice definitely a wasteland, because we can just replay it and activate. I'm going to sign off now and just keep chatting with her a little bit. Anyway, this is the match. A report will be coming up. Yeah.